Hello, in this video I am going to demonstrate you how to create backup and then restore Eclipse Che installation using chectl. Here I have installed Eclipse Che. Let's check the installation, and also created a simple workspace just to test backupping and restoring. So let's go back to our terminal and create a backup. To do this, we need to use server backup command. We didn't specify any arguments where to store our backups, so Che operator will create internal backup server and send Che backups there. So backup is done. Let's now check pods, and we can see that internal backup server is there. So now let's delete our workspace, and after this let's restore Eclipse Che. To do this, we should use server restore command. So we again didn't specify any backup source, so it will reuse previous backup configuration, which is internal backup server as of now. Restoring process will take longer time, roughly the same time as installation of Eclipse Che takes, because it needs to clean all Che, install fresh one, and then apply all the backup configuration and user data to this installation. So let's wait a bit. So restore is done. And here we have to do additional step. We have to import newly generated TLS certificate into our browser, because our installation uses self-signed certificate. So after this we can open our Che, log in, and check that our workspace is in place. So now let's create and send backup to an external backup server. I have pre-created the S3 bucket on Amazon, and now I have to tell chectl my credentials to access my S3 bucket. To do this, I just export in some environment variables, and also secret. So now we set the credentials to access actual backup server, and now let's request the backup itself. But now I have to specify the remote repository for our backups, given the protocol, it's S3, given the URL, and bucket name. And also we have to specify password for our backups, with which our installation data will be encrypted. Let's do something trivial. But before submitting backup, I'd like to create another workspace just to distinguish between our backups. So let's rename it. And then let's create backup with these two workspaces. So now chectl will send the backups to S3 bucket. instead of using internal backup server. So our backup is done. So now let's do another changes. Let's create one more workspace and request a new backup. But since we already did the backup to S3 bucket, we don't have to specify all this stuff every time. It's enough to just say server backup, and chectl will reuse our previous backup server. So we are requesting the next backup. Let's wait a bit. And this is finished. And also here we can see snapshot IDs. If we just type chectl server restore, it will restore the last snapshot. But we can restore to a different snapshot ID. To do this, we need just to specify additional command line flag with snapshot ID from which we want to restore. So let's do it. As you remember, we have 2 workspaces in this snapshot and 3 workspaces in the last one. So let's wait until restore is finished. Everything is done, and now let's again import new TLS certificate. Importing the certificate into our browser, and let's open our Che beginning, and we can see that our workspaces is there. So that's it. Thank you for watching.